Ren from Hallowed Be Thy Game, and today I'm going to share with you 10 affordable JRPGs that are still available for the PlayStation 4. Let's check it out. Thank you all so much for joining me for another episode of Hallowed Be Thy Game, and I wanted to continue this series of trying to find affordable JRPGs, and today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 4. Now, for anyone who is a fan of physical gaming, there is kind of the knowledge that, it can get a little dicey out there. You're gonna have to pay a little bit of a premium for physical games. And honestly, I know that can be very difficult for people who are just into digital gaming to understand, but for those of us who are into it, it is nice to have the peace of mind that we'll be able to access our games physically without the internet and whatnot. And I know that's a whole different can of worms, but these are games that I feel are affordable right now. Now, I know affordable is in the eye of the beholder and it can be different for everybody, but I'm gonna keep every game on today's list below $60. And one of the games is climbing quick, so I wanted to try to get this video out as quickly as possible for those who may be interested in it. So with that, let's get to number 10, Sakura Wars. This was my first introduction to the Sakura Wars series, and I have been eager to dive further back into previous entries. This was such a wonderful, fun-loving game. Yes, it's a dating sim. Yes, it is chock full of fan service. However, it's a great game. And I love the combat. I thought it was a lot of fun. The characters are so endearing and lovable. It's quirky, it's fun. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a great entry point into the series, and it's affordable right now. So I think if you are interested in the least about a dating sim kind of action JRPG, do not miss out on Sakura Wars. Get it while it's cheap, and let me know what you think. Number 9, 13 Sentinels, the Aegis Rim. Look, there is a reason the fan base for this game is rabid and mad. And trust me, the PlayStation 4 copy right now is very cheap. It is more than a deal. And I'm not kidding when I say this is quite possibly one of the best JRPGs I've played in a long freaking time. It is a modern day classic. The story is epic, enthralling, masterfully woven together. Yes, there are 13 main characters, and that seems daunting and confusing to be able to track. However, the game walks you through it at an ingenious rate. I never felt like I was completely baffled or lost, more than the game kind of wanted to unravel its mysteries to you. And let me tell you, when the final mystery is revealed for this game, my mind was quite literally blown. The RTS battle system mixed with this kind of ATB system was a lot of fun, very addictive, very quick, short bursts of combat was a lot of fun. Now, some people have said that they felt a little lost or confused with the visuals of combat. Personally, I never had that issue, but look at gameplay and you'll be able to tell for yourself. Genuinely a blast to play. Playing with the 4 different generations of Sentinels, outfitting and loading your combat units, being able to just unleash hordes of enemies. It hits all the right synapses in my brain. I have reviewed this game on the channel. I'll have a link to that in the description. 13 Sentinels will go down as one of the best JRPGs ever made. I can't recommend it enough. Do not miss out on this. Check it out. Number 8, Tales of Berseria. Now, I love the Tales series. Now, I haven't normally been the biggest fan of the older Tales of Combat. Purely subjective opinion on my part. It is widely beloved for a reason. You have a very fun, unique combat system and an aesthetic, but on top of that, you're going to have some incredible storytellings, stories that can really break the tropes of modern or kind of copy and pasted JRPGs. Not that I'm complaining about that. However, Tales of Berseria has this wonderful anti-hero. You have this incredible, endearing story, and you're going to have a very fun combat system. And for somebody who was madly in love with Tales of Arise combat system, this is a great game to play. And right now, it is extremely cheap on Amazon. Links to all these games will be down in the description. But Tales of Berseria is a wonderful game. Do not miss out on this. Pick it up while it's cheap. Number 7, Scarlet Nexus. Arguably one of my favorite combat systems on today's list, Scarlet Nexus had the uphill battle of being a new IP and making its own stand in the action JRPG genre, and it did it in spades. Scarlet Nexus has an adrenaline-fueled combat system, and when you are working your way through, you have your different party member loadouts, and they essentially contribute their psionic brain powers to you to kind of alter abilities or gain abilities. It is fantastic, and by the end of this game, you are a brain-powered machine of combat and destruction. It is phenomenal. Scarlet Nexus has this wonderful cyberpunk aesthetic mixed with anime, and you got these lovable characters. You're incentivized to play it twice so you can kind of get to know the entire big story. However, you can just play it through once like I did and have just as much fun with it. Scarlet Nexus is well worth its money. My playthrough had my jaw on the ground and just completely intoxicated by the adrenaline-fueled combat. This new IP has made its stand, and it is excellent. Pick it up while it's cheap, have a blast with the combat, let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Scarlet Nexus 2 needs to happen, and I can't wait. I will be there day one. Check it out and let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Number 6. Poison Control. Now, yes, this is kind of a AA experience, but I was able to find this game out in the wild at some local game runs for $15. However, even for PS4, it's still not that expensive on Amazon, and I think you're going to have a blast with this title. It is very unique. I love its kind of cute, colorful, unique aesthetic. The characters are quirky and lovable to me. I had fun with this game. Definitely more than $15 worth of fun, and I think you would too. Poison Control, I definitely believe, is a game that could potentially spike in value in the future because it is a solid game. It is fun to play. It has cute, iconic looking characters, and I believe it's worth the price of admission. So check it out, watch some reviews on it, make your own mind up, but I believe it is well worth the money. Number 5, Knights of Azure 2. Spoiler alert, this is the game that actually dawned me wanting to make these lists. Knights of Azure 2 is made by Gust and Koei Tecmo, which are some giant red flags for these games could be stupid expensive in the future. And the first one in this entry is one of those, unfortunately. It's climbing up near $100 for the PS4. I think it's like at 80 some, getting close to 90 right now. However, the second one is definitely standing on its own legs story-wise. Would you catch some references to the first if you'd have played it? Sure. However, I played the second one first, and I was just fine. Yes, you have extremely fan-servicey characters, but this action JRPG is fun to play. You have these gorgeous over-the-top combat scenes. You have these fun kind of area of effect spells. You get to outfit your team with these kind of cute little evil demons that kind of give you additional abilities to explore more of the map. I do want to warn you, this game does have a timer on it. It was never a problem for me, but I know that sometimes having a timer can kind of be off-putting to people. But Knights of Azure 2 is a legit game. I had a lot of fun with it, but it is right below $60, and I think this is unfortunately one that's going to climb ahead in the future. Watch some more videos on it. You determine whether it's worth $60 or not to you after shipping and such like that. I think it was a lot of fun and definitely worth checking out. Number 4. Tokyo Xanadu. Look, Falcom hit it out of the park with this entry for me. Tokyo Xanadu takes the incredibly fun ease formula of combat, that action RPG, active time dodging, mixed with just outfitting your party with the right weapons and characters and such like that. It's a blast. And then it pairs that with kind of the social sim aspects of like a Persona, or more literally the Legend of Heroes Cold Steel series. There's a lot of asset carryover to this. However, do not let that dissuade you. Tokyo Xanadu is very cheap right now for the PS4, and it is a ton of fun. If you are at all interested or have fun with the Ys games or the Legend of Heroes series, do not miss out on Tokyo Xanadu. I cannot sing this game's praises enough. I think it's a freaking blast. Check it out. Number 3, Nier Replicant and Nier Automata. Now, I am pairing these two together here. Yes, they are both very mainstream. However, they're climbing in value, it appears, at least for the US North American copy. But you can still get other regions still on Amazon for well below what the game's launched at. But these two are modern day classics, with Nier Automata's soundtrack being potentially the greatest soundtrack of all time. I know that's a grandiose statement, but holy crap, Weight of the World devastates my soul. But you have this Yoko Taro just brilliantly masterful story being told, mixed with just the adrenaline-fueled God-tier Platinum Studios combat. it does not get better than Nier Automata and Nier Replicant. They're both just jaw-dropping tales. I can't overhype these games enough, personally. I think that for where they're at right now, you want to hop in on them. I'm not saying these games are going to be crazy, stupid, expensive in the future, but they are phenomenal and totally worth playing. Check them out. Number 2, Shining Resonance Refrain. Now, this is definitely a more niche title, but I cannot sing its praises enough. It definitely has kind of a social sim aspect to it where you kind of build relationships with your party members in a medieval setting, and then you get to outfit them with a pretty unique combat system. It's a kind of a auto attack system mixed with like it almost felt a little bit like Xenoblade 2's combat. That might be a little bit too much of a stretch here. That said, it was a unique combat system. I had a lot of fun with it. The world is gorgeous and cute. The characters have a lot of personality. I love their art designs, and this game's cheap right now, and that's the name of the game. Great JRPG, totally worth being in your collection and playing it. Have a blast with it, and let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Number 1. Ys Memories of Celceta. Now, I wanted to put Ys 8 here, but that one's climbing pretty fast, and from what I could see right now, it's kind of already past that $60 threshold. I mean, if you have a PS5, if you're one of the lucky ones, it is about to be re-released for on Falcom's website, and I think you can actually pre-order that on Amazon. However, Ys Memories of Celceta, I feel, gets overlooked a lot. Obviously, Ys Origin is an incredible game, and if there's more interest in more of these videos, let me know in the comments and we can do more. But Memories of Celceta, I feel, just gets overlooked. If you love Ys 8, there is no reason not to play Celceta. I love the action JRPG format, and one thing I love about this game is that it doesn't overstay its welcome. To get like the true ending of the game will take you a little under 30 hours. That's fantastic. I love the characters. Exploring the island was great, and you have that glorious god tier Ys 8 combat system. It's fantastic, and it's cheap right now. So heck yeah, pick Ys Memories of Celceta up. Well, there you have it. There's my list of 10 affordable JRPGs that you should pick up while they're cheap. But this is just my list. Obviously, the PS4 is a monster for JRPGs, and we're all in this together. So if you know of an incredible JRPG that's climbing in value but still affordable, let everybody know. For those of us who love playing these JRPGs, we want to get them physically and we want to get them while they're cheap. So let's help everybody out. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. It helps out the channel so much. But what helps out the channel even more is sharing your recommendations down in the comments. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a phenomenal week, and I will see you all next time.